welcome to a fresh episode of the program Last Week in Nigeria. My name is Emmanuel Oriowo. On this program, we get to bring you stories that were reported by the national dailies in Nigeria last week. We want to begin this way with the Daily Independent. It says, 22 commercial airlines closed shop in Nigeria in 24 years. The Daily Times had this one, allegations of self-determined salaries. False. Attempts to crucify legislators, says Senate. Terrorists kill 4 soldiers in Sokoto. That was reported by the Daily Trust newspaper last week. And of course, we also had this one. Despite 5 military operations, insecurity still taking a toll on the north. End blame game. Halt bad policies. Labour, Obi, Lukman tell Tinubu. That was reported by the Vanguard newspaper last week. Residents shun million-man march in Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Kaduna, Rivers, others. That was the way the Nation newspaper captioned it last week. Dangote Petrol. Marketers wait as delivery date extended again. That's the way the Punch newspaper captioned it last week. Talking about the salary fixing claims, National Assembly bombs Obasanjo. Interesting moment. You recall that a National Assembly member on the platform of the NNPP revealed that his own take-home and allowances and salaries is running into 21 million naira monthly. And the Senate, or should I say the National Assembly, are already trying to debunk it. But well, this man wants to be fair to his own constituents by telling them, this is what comes into my account as my pay and salary, allowances, and what have you. But others are saying, hey, why are you saying this? You don't have to expose us. Interesting times. But well, we know that it should be something close or far above that on a monthly basis. Yet we're talking about the cost of governance. What do we do in this regard? You keep the comments coming at the comment section. Let us engage ourselves on this. I was supposed to have a guest on this program to talk about this bogus salaries. Unfortunately, he's unavoidably absent. Maybe subsequent edition you'll get to hear more about this bogus salary. Who is fixing what? The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission are saying, no. This is not what we pay National Assembly members because we fix their salaries. And from what we saw, it's just a little above 1 million naira monthly. But here is somebody who is cashing out, saying that he gets 21 million naira every month. I leave that to you to continue the conversation. Reckless, rascally leadership led to Nigeria's Olympic failure. We're speaking here. Peter Obi, we also recall that this just concluded Olympics got the sum of 9 billion naira from Nigeria's purse, yet with nothing to show for it. Not even a medal came back with the contingents that went to represent Nigeria. What do you think will be responsible for this? Let's keep the conversation going. Tragedy in Ibadan, 16 killed, 17 injured as trailer crushes vehicle. That was reported by the Daily News Hub last week in Nigeria. Council of States backs Tinubu, Gowon, Abdulsalami, Jonathan, Buhari unite in vote of confidence. Of course, they are colleagues. Ex-presidents, serving presidents. What do you expect? Is that the same feeling on the streets by the average Nigerian? Is the average Nigerian ready to share that same confidence with these ex-presidents who came together in a council meeting? But well, they're entitled to their opinion. What's your own opinion? Keep your conversation going. And that story is common to all the newspapers last week, reported on that particular day. You are doing well, Council of State tells Tinubu. Who will come and say he's not doing well among them? Because they were also once upon a time in the saddle. FG Ogun battle to recover seized presidential jets. That story is intriguing. Seizing presidential jets in France? Who does this kind of thing? How did we get there? Well, French court seizes Nigerian presidential jet over $74.5 million US dispute. Who was supposed to pay what? I'll leave that to you. Let's continue the conversation because that story was reported widely by national dailies last week, and it says, in this one, the Daily Sun captions it this way: FG fights back over seized presidential jet. How will a presidential jet be seized, for crying out loud? But well, the people that seized it, they need their money. But it's embarrassing for a nation like ours. All right, we move. Petroleum pump price nears 1,000 naira per liter in FCT states. How much is petrol where you are watching from? Yes, I mean where you are watching from. Even if you're watching from Canada, just check the equivalent to naira value. How much is petrol? But in Nigeria, it goes for 1,000 naira per litre in the FCT, the Federal Capital Territory. Imagine what will be happening in other states if the seat of power, fuel, has been sold for that high. And unfortunately, we got this sad one that happened last week. Mpox is another disease that was discovered. NCDC placed Lagos, Abuja, others on red alert as Nigeria records 39 cases. That's the way the New Telegraph captioned that particular story. Mpox. Disquiet in Aso Rock over presidential jets seized in France is the way the Daily News Hub captioned that particular story, as reported last week in Nigeria. Now, financial autonomy, why Supreme Court must enforce compliance on functions of local government. That was the way Saturday Independent newspaper captioned it, reported last week in Nigeria. On Saturday last week, suddenly we heard the news that Chinese firms released one presidential jet for Tinubu's meeting with French president. You did wine? Remaining two. What happened? So it's just a temporary release or something. The Saturday Vanguard newspaper had this one over the 21 million naira jumbo monthly allowance for federal lawmakers. Federal lawmakers should be prosecuted. Who are those speaking here? Some Nigerians. I think we will be going onto the streets to feel the pulse of the people on this particular matter in our subsequent episodes. Nigerians are hungry, but the National Assembly members are saying, look, don't expose us. But one man came out, maybe because his conscience couldn't carry it anymore. He's saying, look, I get 21 million naira every month. All of these are the intrigues you get to see in our nation. Don't forget it pays to advertise your goods and services on this program. Put your money where your mouth is and reach the world in one breath. I'll be back after this timeout. Do stay with us.
Thinking about high quality and long-lasting products? Think May Shop, an online store serving parents and children in Nigeria and globally. Log on to www.mayshop.com to place your orders now.
May Shop Online Store, your #1 online children's store in Nigeria and globally. We offer nationwide delivery. May Shop Online Store, great styles at the best prices for your babies and kids.
For more information about us, you may chat with us on WhatsApp web chat or call us at 0805 551 5736 or 0805 551 5649 and speak to our friendly customer service representatives. Visit our website www.mayshop.com.
Hey, glad to know you're still there. It's still at Last Week in Nigeria, the program that brings you news-related items that were reported by national dailies last week. Don't forget, you can follow us on all our social media platforms using the handle at Last Week in Nigeria. Our website is www.lastweekinnigeria.com. And of course, we're on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on the notification bell, and you'll be glad you did. So we'll continue the program now with more stories. Okay, for the entertainment scene last week, I have slept with over 3,000 men, actress Nwachukwu said. Whoa. Over 3,000 men. That means she has lost body count. What does body count mean to you? Interesting. An Hollywood actor sleeping with over 3,000 men. On a sad note last week, we lost a popular gospel musician, Aduke Gold. We pray the Lord Almighty will grant the family the strength to bear the loss. Good night, Aduke Gold. Yeah, for sports, the Sporting Sun brought us this one last week. It says, Osimhen's request transfer from Napoli. And we later heard that he might be settling for Chelsea, which he later did at the twilight of the week. We can't wait to nail Real Madrid, says Lookman. That was reported by Sporting Sun. And interestingly, Real Madrid took the day. All bills on me. We're speaking here. Mikel Obi exposes NFF failure during the 2016 Olympics. Wow. All bills on one man. That's about the right place to slam the brakes on this episode of the program at Last Week in Nigeria. Don't forget, you can follow us on all our social media platforms using at Last Week in Nigeria. Our website is www.lastweekinnigeria.com. Don't forget, on our YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get our subsequent episodes. Share, like, and drop your comments there. Some people have been asking for the question and answer. Don't worry, that will be coming up in our subsequent episodes. Don't worry. Of course, we don't like better thing. On behalf of the entire production crew, my name is Emmanuel Uriowo. I'm saying peace I'm out of here. Kindly join me next week for the fresh episode. Bye for now.